Are any of you introverts? If you are, then you understand how it is. I've always been one. Ever since I was small. I was always that kid who would sit in a corner watching everyone else, wishing someone would talk to me, but no one ever did. Most times I just minded my own business, read my books, or just doodled in my notebooks, dreaming of a day in my life where I would know how to approach people. I had all the toys I could ever want, a sick room, all the PlayStation games that would make a gamer drool, but I had no one to play them with. I just needed to invite one person, just one, and as soon as that happens, people would see how cool I was. That's a lie I tell myself. I'm not cool at all, and I doubt I'll ever be brave enough to go up to some stranger and ask them to be friends. That meant I was ignored and bullied at a young age. Hi everyone, my name's Dan, and I went from a super introvert to the most extroverted womanizer. I tried to avoid people. I tried to make myself more invisible, but the more I did that, the more the bullies saw me as a prime target. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I had no friends to defend me after all. But one day, a foreign exchange student came to school. For weeks, there had been rumors. Some people said it was some celebrity's kid, others said it was someone from a royal family, others even theorized it was a tech billionaire's daughter. Well, the rumors were all wrong, because when Claire arrived, she was nothing like people expected. But she was definitely beautiful, and every guy at that school worshipped her. Claire always had at least 3 boys following her around trying to get her number. A gaggle of girls also stuck around her wanting to be her besties. But the more popular girls hated her for stealing their limelight. Regina Mullet's boyfriend, who was the school's star baseball player, even broke up with her just so he could try dating Claire. He failed, though. Yeah, Claire didn't really care for everyone who was trying to be around her. To me, she was like some distant Hollywood star. She was so unattainable that I didn't even consider the possibility that one day she'd talk to me. But that's exactly what happened. I was eating my lunch alone by the school's pool one day, trying not to bother anyone and escaping the cafeteria for fear of being picked on again. Now, I don't know why, but I love dipping my toes in the water, even though I'm deathly afraid of swimming. That day, the door to the gym opened and I heard 3 voices that made me freeze in fear. Ah, look, boys, it's Mouse Rat! I don't know why they gave me that nickname, to be honest. I always thought it was stupid. Betcha he's eating all the way out here to hide from us.
Why would you hide from us, Mouse Rat? We're just having fun.
So selfish, Mouse Rat? Why can't you be a good friend and let us have fun? Clark dragged me off the pool by the back of my collar and it caused all of the food on my plate to fly off, landing on my shirt and face. They laughed at the pathetic sight of me. Then the 2 boys made me stand up, taking pieces of my wasted food and throwing it in my face. There, you look so much better.
Not.
Seriously, guys, what are you, like 12? I didn't know why, but it just slipped out of my mouth.
You can talk? We had no idea. But you know what I do to people who talk back to me, right?
Clark grabbed me by the shirt again, but this time he slowly walked me towards the edge of the pool. No, Clark, please no, I can't swim. Clark, please. But it was too late. He had already let go of me, and I was falling into the deep end of the pool. The last thing I felt was insane fear. And then I took a deep breath. They just watched and laughed as I struggled to tread water, and then over their laughter, I heard a girl's voice shouting angrily. I heard a huge splash, and in a second, I felt someone's arms dragging me up and out of the water. It was Claire, and because of her, I'm alive. I just shivered as I tried to squeeze myself dry, and I was mad, but I was too scared to say anything to the bullies. It was Claire who scared them away by threatening to punch them in the face. When they were gone, she just stared at me. She put her hands on her waist and looked like she was expecting something.
Well?
I was so shy that my voice was inaudible. What? I'm sorry?
Well, aren't you going to thank me for saving your life?
That one moment changed my life. For the better, I think. Claire had no time for nonsense. I did thank her for saving my life, when I could eventually get the words out. But from that moment on, Claire took me under her wing, and she taught me how to be confident, how to be more of an alpha and less of a beta. She was strong, and not just physically. She helped me face down my bullies and gain my voice. Because of her, Clark and his friends were expelled. Honestly, she's my hero. We started dating a year later, and that made me super popular, so much so that the other girls wanted to date me. And they didn't care that I was already with Claire. Now, here's where I screwed up. The power went to my head. I thought I was a big shot, see? So I fooled around. I dated girls here and there, fully cheating on the girl who saved my life. And when the rumors got out, Claire found out. She was furious. She actually punched me in the gut. And then she started crying, sobbing like a little child. And I knew I made the biggest mistake of my life. I hurt her. I broke her heart. She told me as much. And I never saw her again after that. They said her family moved back to France. I felt horrible, depressed even. I just wanted her back. But time moved on, and I ended up dating one of the girls I was cheating on her with. And for a while, it was great. We both went to college together, introduced her to my dad. We built a life together. I was convinced she was going to be the girl I married. So I worked really hard, and I followed in my dad's footsteps. I knew one day I would inherit his business, so I built up my own business in the same field so I could prove to him that I was worthy. I started it with my own savings too, so I never asked him for anything. But one evening, when I brought up the subject of one day running the company, he just laughed in my face.
You run my company? You must be joking.
What do you mean, Dad? It's not like I'm saying you should retire. I'm just saying one day...
That day will never come. I'd rather watch the whole thing crumble than pass it on to you. You're weak. You're a pushover, just like your mom. And look where she is now. Got herself killed helping those stupid people in those refugee camps.
I couldn't take it when he would talk about Mom like that. So for the first time in my life, I fought back. Take that back.
Or what? You gonna cry? The only thing you did right is somehow managing to keep Holly sticking around. Heaven knows how you did that. But no, son, you will never inherit my company because you will never succeed at anything. And your little company? Get ready to say goodbye to it, because I'm gonna crush you to the ground.
And Dad tried. He thought I started my company to compete with him, but I just wanted his approval. He tried to bankrupt me by bribing my clients to go with him. He even tried to ruin my reputation. But none of it worked. In fact, because of his aggressive tactics, my clients became more loyal to me. And his clients, disgusted by how he did his business, transferred to me. And in a matter of months, his business crumbled, and he went bankrupt. What's funny is that my dad would often borrow money from me, and I let him. He's still my dad. But he used that money for evil. Holly didn't know Dad was bankrupt, and he used the money I would send him to impress her, to take her to expensive places. And okay, it's already really weird and gross for Holly to be going out with my own dad, but she's very easily blinded by material things. And once Dad flashed money in her face and gave her a glimpse of a glamorous life, she was all in. See, turned out she only stuck by me because I was rich, but she thought I had less money than Dad because I never spent on anything frivolous. I never splurged on anything. The funnier thing is, Dad was under the impression that Holly had her own money, so he was trying to steal Holly from me, thinking he'd get rich by marrying my girlfriend. Well, she used to be rich. She inherited a few million from her dad, but that was long gone. She'd spent it on clothes and jewelry and VIP tickets to music festivals that I did not want to go to. So they both cheated on me, hoping to get money out of it, but in the end, they both ended up being penniless. I never gave a single cent to my dad after that, and I watched from afar as they both started hating each other for their stupidity. Everything worked out for me in the end. Now, I'm a successful businessman who doesn't need to impress his dad, and all the things I went through made me tougher and more confident, and it really prepared me for the next time the love of my life crossed my path again. Yeah, I saw Claire again. It was at the airport, and I saw her boarding a flight to France. I said hi, and we reminisced on the old days. But this time, she didn't fly back home. This time, she stayed. And now we have 3 beautiful kids.